I have to know if this is like a universal experience or if it's just here, me, and like where I'm from. But I know that every time I go out, regardless of the situation, where I'm going, what I'm doing, I know I'm going to dress up, look really, really cute. And there's going to be a lot of cute men around, and they're just all going to just stare. And like, no one does anything anymore. Like, no one even says like, hey, like, what are you drinking? Like, you know, like, what are you doing? Like, not even just like friendly conversation, like nothing, just stares. They'll even walk past you and stare you dead in the face and smile and then walk away. Which is like, that's like my move. Like I do that. I feel like men aren't approaching anymore. Is that just like me? And then I look at my friends and I'm like, these are really gorgeous girls, like so cute and fun, having a good time. Same thing with them. I was even looking internally. I'm like, you know what? Maybe I just look like unapproachable. Maybe I just look like a bit like, maybe I have like an RBF or something. Maybe I just like, I don't know. But then looking at my friends, I'm like, they don't have an RBF and like, they're not getting approached either. So like, maybe it's not just me. And this is not to say that every time I go out I'm looking to talk to men, but like, it's the fact that like, there are cute men out and I'm like, oh, cute. Like, are you going to come over to me? He'll just keep staring at me, even wink at me, and then nothing. Just like I'm going out playing the staring game. What is happening?
I just saw this TikTok that said, call me crazy, but a deal breaker for me is a man who wakes up later than I do. And I wake up fairly early. Like, I'm a mom, but my ex used to wake up at 4 a.m. and go to work. Like, I'd wake up at 7 a.m. and I'd have a good morning text 3 hours ago, okay? Why are you Snapchatting me in your bed that doesn't even have a bed frame at 11 a.m.? Good morning, ma. No, it's not. I've lived 2 lives already today. I've had 2 meals. I've just had lunch. I'm lethargic. But seriously, like, leave me alone. I don't want to talk to you.
We often hear women say that men don't want to be men anymore. You know, they don't want to protect. They don't want to provide. They don't want to take care of a woman. And I think the reason why is because it's not reciprocated. If a man says women aren't women anymore, ugh, that's an uproar. We want men to be men, but men want women to be women. What does that mean? If he is supposed to protect and provide, then you as a woman are supposed to do what? Oh no, that's misogynistic. All right, so isn't that misandrous that you want a man to be a man? Because shouldn't we say women need to be women? And what does that entail? If the man is supposed to be traditional, then he should have a partner who is also traditional. Wouldn't that make sense? Because if we ain't gonna be that woman, you know, the cook, clean, traditional aspect, why are you looking for a man to be traditional? That doesn't make sense. Stick with the 50-50. If you ain't looking as a woman to adhere to certain standards or gender roles, then why would you look to a man to adhere to certain gender roles as a man? Don't make any sense, you know? We gotta pick a lane. So I think it's more about men aren't men because women aren't women. If you think about it, what do you guys think?
Women really be out here threatening to cut us off like we didn't lose the love of our lives 3 women ago. Go ahead, do your worst.
Y'all be talking about, oh yeah, my drink cause I'm pretty. No, your drink cause you up when you going. What is you talking about? He be blowing up your phone cause he know you going. Like, what are you talking about, bro? He know he's about to get bent over, bro. What are you talking about? That's the dumbest I ever heard, bro. Hey, y'all be at home chest hurting cause he know you about to get straight through the floor, bro. You be so delusional. It's actually very sad, like.
Adam ate that apple. I am convinced that Adam ate the apple in the Garden of Eden. He was the one to start. He didn't listen. He disobeyed.
Can't make this up. You can't make this up. This is ludicrous. Now we're avoiding biblical responsibility. You can't even make. They're avoiding biblical responsibility over here. Look, there's 2 ways to look at this, right? Okay, so let's say you are a believer. I'm not one casting stones or nothing, but that's a sin. Like you just tried to rewrite the Bible. You just tried to rewrite the Bible. If you're a believer, you just tried to rewrite the Bible, right? And if you're not a believer and you're saying, oh, I believe Adam did it, you don't even believe it's real. So now you're avoiding biblical fictional responsibility, which is like a whole nother level of crazy. I'm gonna say that one more time. If you don't believe in the Bible, right, and it's just a fictional story to you, And then you say, I don't believe Adam did it. What do you mean you don't believe Adam did it? That's like me reading Harry Potter and being like, I don't think Harry Potter was the boy who lived. What do you mean? What do you mean you don't believe he did it? There's no way you look at this statement and it makes any sense whether you believe it, the Bible, or you don't. It's simply ludicrous. Like, how do you avoid accountability so hard? You go back to pre-ancient biblical, like, how do you do that? How do you avoid accountability that hard? How are you vicariously avoiding accountability for Eve? Eve? I can't even do it.
This older gentleman came into my work today, and I have pictures of my boys on my desk, and he's like, can I give you some advice for them? Real sound advice. Keep in mind, we were talking about insurance, okay? For context, we were talking about insurance. Anyway, he says, can I give you some advice for them? I say, by all means, please, I need all the advice I can get, okay? This 74-year-old man leans in and he says, okay, when you have the talk with your kids, I didn't really know what he meant by that, but I was like, okay, continue. He says, when you have the talk with your kids, you're going to use this saying and it's going to stick with them for the rest of their life. He says, I did it with my son. I'm like, okay, I'm ready. He says, you're going to tell them this. Don't be silly. Wrap your willy. Do you need me to say that again? Don't be silly. Wrap your willy. I looked at that man and I was like, thank you, sir. Thank you for making me very uncomfortable. 74 years old. She's out here giving sound advice.
What I appreciate the most about my dad is that no matter how hard it got, he still showed up. He still picked us up. He still took us to church. And I don't think I have ever shared this before, but my dad pretty much like fell apart after the divorce. And he, you know, he went through some stuff, but he would get a hotel room and we would stay with him in a hotel room. All three, me and him and my sister, like in the bed together, and we would just get up and go to church the next day. And I think the reason why I'm so close to him now is because no matter how hard it got, he still showed up.
Man.
And so like, I think as someone who is going through something, like I can only imagine how hard it is to deal with the child's other parent. Right. And I can only imagine how like, just, I say,
yes.
We joke about this, this is why men leave. Like, this is why men disappear. And it is unsurmountably hard.
Okay, guys, I made a list of every quality that I need in a man. Ready? Number 1, emotionally intelligent.
Why do men pursue you and then the energy just fizzles out? Well, the answer is simple. Because they got to know you. They might have been attracted to you physically, but once they got to know your personality, it just felt like you weren't a fit. Ladies, we have to stop demonizing men for doing what they're supposed to be doing while dating, which is determining if you're a good match for them.
Yeah, so here's the thing. My husband works 2 jobs, right? And he works 64 hours a week. Just to provide. He has like 1 day off. And within that 1 day, I want him to go outside with us, like me, Sophie, and him. And I want us to have a family day. But he wants to stay home and spend time with us. Right. But I don't want that. I want us to be outside. And I'm upset with him because we don't go outside and do activities as a family.
Stay mad. Now what? No, now what? You mad. Don't nobody give a you be even madder if the lights were getting cut off. You be mad if you didn't have a car to go nowhere with. You be mad if you didn't have any money to go buy when you went somewhere. If you don't take them kids to get the phone, nobody's studying you. And I'm a stay-at-home wife. Stay-at-home mom. Been a stay-at-home mom for over 20-something years. Let me tell you probably the most that my husband really worked. And it was during COVID. And this was his decision. because he is a consultant, an accounting consultant. So he does everything. He makes 3 figures an hour. Well, during COVID, everybody needed his specialty. And he was like, I wonder how many jobs I could work. I'm like, what are you talking about? He said, I ain't got shit else to do. I ain't got nowhere to go. I'm gonna see how many jobs I could take. When I tell you that man had 4 computers on his desk set up, because he was working, because he had places on the East Coast, he had places on the West Coast, so the time difference and all that, and he was doing well. He was making good money. And guess what I was? His damn secretary and assistant, making sure he had breakfast, lunch, dinner, making sure he stopped, making sure he had water, making sure he had everything he needed to get done. If he was on a call, I'd bring him water. You would thought I was his little secretary. Did everything for him. He did that for a few years, like more working like it went down to like 3 jobs, and now it's at 2. And then he's going to reduce back to 1, but he's like, no, I can't do this anymore. I need work-life balance. And it had nothing to do with us. He just wanted to challenge himself to see if he could do it. And he could. And he was like, yeah, I don't want to do that no more. Got a nice little nest egg. We good to go. I ain't doing that no more. So, you don't give a damn about him. I don't know if you just want to get pictures for Instagram, or you want to just look like you are this great family, but you're not. Because the fact that you sit here and say what he works and what he does, and you claim you still have the energy to go out and do all this other shit, get the f out of here. You're selfish. You're selfish, and you don't love that man. You don't care. Because if you really did, you'd order pizza, do his favorite movie. You guys are at a point where we weren't at, where you can rent whatever movies y'all have missed or haven't seen. You can have a movie night. You could do there's so much on Pinterest and all this other shit you could do, but you don't want to do that. Because you want to get your pictures, or you want to post it, whatever you want to do, and you want to create this aesthetic. Hell the fuck, I ain't doing shit with you. I probably quit them damn jobs too.
This whole decenter men conversation literally has me in a chokehold, because I can't wrap my mind around if you guys are experiencing a different set of men. If your eyes are different, if your ears are different, if your brain is different. Because there's no way that any of these ones that I know could be the center of anything. I wouldn't even let them be the centerpiece on my dining room table. And I understand that y'all keep saying that the patriarchy in this system is training us to believe that men should be the center and men should be the top. But are y'all actually here? Because I was groomed as a child. Like, I remember when I was between 6 and 8, my dad started saying, I'm raising you to be somebody's wife. Like, I had to be in the kitchen. I had to learn how to cook. I needed to learn how to clean and take care of kids. Like, this was something that was taught to me from very, very early. Mind you, I grew up with a father and I grew up with only brothers. I have no sisters. And in my brain, I still knew this didn't make no damn sense. Because why am I living my own life inside of my own body, my own person, and I need to know how to do these things for somebody else? Do you know how something in my head, it never sat right with me. Y'all are saying that in order for us to decenter men, then we have to not assume that God is a man, right? And I remember being a little girl and asking the question, like, okay, so how do we know that God is a man? And I remember somebody saying to me, oh, well, God isn't a man, he's a spirit. So I'm like, okay, so why can't we call him her? And the questions got stopped right there. And baby, I knew the jig was up right there, baby. They couldn't be the center of nothing. Nay, thank you. I don't know. Maybe I'm living in the Twilight Zone, because how did they get there? How did they trick the first women into believing that they should be the center of anything? Even like being the head of the household. Like, I grew up in the church and I understand, like, okay, they say the man is supposed to be the head of the household, but I paid so much attention that I saw that my mother was really the ghost boss, right? Like, you know how there's ghost writers when you sing a song and the person who is actually singing is usually not the person who wrote the song, but they're the face of the song. Like, that's what life was like for me in my home. And I see it so much. It's like, there's these things that they try to sell you, but if you pay close enough attention, it's not reality. I remember watching those movies, the same movies that y'all watch, and the man would come and save the girl. Always felt like, now why couldn't I save myself? Why I need you to bring your ass over here and come and save me? Like, and let me say this, I know some really, really incredible men. Like, and even the best men on the planet that I know don't compare to a woman.
And this is the problem that we're having with a lot of modern women, is they get put in a quote unquote chokehold by the wrong conversations. They get put in a chokehold by the wrong information, right? So she was talking about specifically, I think in the Bible, talking about God is not a man or something like that. And there's a verse that literally says, I think it was Numbers 23:19, that says, God is not a man that he should lie. It literally says right there. I mean, whether you believe in the Bible or not, even if you just believe it's like a story or something like that, we're just talking about what the story says. Like, say, for instance, if you go to Snow White and you try, basically, I think that young lady, whoever she is, they tried to rewrite the narrative of Snow White and it ended up bombing. Why is that? Because people were upset that you rewrote the narrative of Snow White. This is not even close. Snow White, you don't even look like that. You rewrote it to fit your standards and what you wanted. And this is what women continue to do. They read something, they don't like it, they get into a relationship, or they find a man, they don't like him, they try to change him, and if they are not able to move him off of his boundary, then all of a sudden he's a problem.
When the girl arrives, she looks like her pictures 100 pounds ago. Yes. And when I say like big, I'm like, she got to be 325.
First of all, do not go on a date with somebody you have not FaceTime with. Please
Okay.
FaceTime.
Yeah,
with
this
you.
was all the way back in, I think, 2013, 14. FaceTime
okay.
was a thing, but not really.
But not
really
really.
a thing.
Yeah. It's still a lot more people had Androids back then, and you couldn't really. Okay, I get that.
So, like, literally 100 pounds over a picture, because like 200 pounds for a tall woman in today's day and age.
It's
I
not
like
that.
them curvy. I like all types of women, so it really doesn't matter. But she came in and my face dropped and the bartender peeped it. But
Because
me
it's
and
the false advertising
It
is
is.
what it is.
But me and the bartender was still, I thought it was just being chummy. The girl was like, so you know the bartender? I was like, nah, I just met her today. She's like, you need to holler at her or something? I was like, what? It seems like she's trying to get at you. And I was like, really? Nah, I just think she's just friendly being a bartender. She's like, nah, she's trying to get at you. And I was like, oh, okay.
Baby, it is 2025. Can we please stop with this goofy ass outrage whenever it comes to black men being in relationships with non-black women? As a black woman myself, I have never understood this issue. Because as much as a lot of black women act like they just can't stand black men, I don't understand why y'all are mad. And then we'll make stupid ass arguments like if he don't want to be in a relationship with a black woman, it means he hates his mom or some shit like that. Because a white woman is what activates this man's libido, why does he have to hate his mama because of that? And let's just play devil's advocate for a second. Let's just say he does have this underlying hatred towards his mom. Have y'all ever paid attention to how a lot of black men are actually treated by their mamas? So even if that is the case, why are we skipping over the fact that it very well could be justified? Of course, we have some exceptions, but as a whole, black men are actually treated horribly by black women. Whether it was from a romantic relationship or from their mama or their auntie or their grandma, a lot of black men have experienced trauma that was caused by black women. Y'all have even got on here and acknowledged that black men who act like they have this hatred or this dislike towards black women is because of unresolved issues of trauma that they went through with their moms. The only thing I do agree with y'all on is that if they do have some underlying issues whenever it comes to their mother or whatever the case is, they should seek some sort of professional help for it. Those type of issues do need to be addressed. But y'all are skipping over the fact that the root to the issue is how he was treated by black women. Y'all want to hold black men accountable for not addressing their trauma. How about we hold the person who caused the trauma accountable as well?
One day we gonna have to have a loud, honest conversation about these younger girls going to be, educators and seeking attention that they never got in high school, or that they were getting in high school and now that they're grown adults don't get anymore, and they come back to be educators to prey on these young boys. Eventually we're going to have a loud conversation about that. Now there are going to be women that saw that video and say, oh, what do you want her to do? Cover up? Yes, you're an educator. She teaches middle school, I think, or high school. Either one, she teaches older boys. Like, cover the up. Like, y'all gonna stop using this excuse, oh, she got hips and curves and shapes. Cover the up. There's plenty of women out here who dress for their shape. She not one of them. Talking about main character. Like, what? You're a teacher. Go teach. Stop trying to get attention. These little boys can see you on the internet. Like, what the, bro, this is annoying. Like, you see everything that's going on right now. All these teachers, these female teachers getting caught up, messing around with these young boys. Like, Y'all want to talk about them men that be talking about they peaked in high school, can't let the high school go, from the women that they dealt with or the sports they played in high school. We need to start talking about these women who peaked in high school. These women that, okay, just cause, yeah, you got the ones that never got attention, and then you got the ones that got attention and don't get it no more, that now she grown and she an adult. And they go back to be educators so they can sit there and get it from these little boys. Trying to relive some high school fantasy or some shit. Weird as y'all be excusing this, so don't be thinking that these women can be predators just like these dudes. These boy, okay. Alright. Cause I'm sure them little boys be like, oh yeah, Miss So-and-so, yeah, ooh, she look good, she like that. When they come to her room during lunch break and hang around and make little flirty comments, like, y'all calm, stop it. Yeah, they like that, bro. I'm telling you. Alright, bet. See, cause she go out in the real world, them grown ass men dogging her ass out. You know what I'm saying? They dogging her out. But she go in that classroom, them boys giving her them affirmation, that reassurance, piping up that ego. But, okay. Okay.
Oh, I went out tonight. I said, let me go and enjoy myself. But as I was enjoying myself, my eye open. I took eye. My eye shine. I said, God, men are so lucky. Men really have it good, y'all. Men really have it good. What? I went to 3 different events today. See woman, white, black, purple, long hair, short hair, black hair, purple hair, orange hair, skirt, short, skirt, long shirt, long small shirt. This one, belly button, no belly button. Her teeth is gap, no gap. She's wearing red Hanifa. One is wearing blue Hanifa. I say, yay. Men really have options. Yet they will come and shout, there's no good woman. Male loneliness epidemic. Road to teach on chon. You people dress like spoiled milk. You dress like spoiled milk. You have no personality. I was watching, no personality, nothing. Just anyhow. You got no chat, no banter. Me self, if I liked woman, today I would have collected like 20 number. All you have to do is compliment the smile. You compliment her Mia needs. You tell her you like the red one, the pink one may also suit her. Simple. You people just be complaining because what? Look at the fine woman we did this world. We don't have fine men, oh. You people are not fine.
Well, honestly, between the makeup and the bad attitude and conceitedness, I don't know if anybody would really see these types of women as a prize. I don't know if they would see these types of women as somebody to take home to their parents. So you guys at some point in time have to get to the point to where you basically understand that you're not as important as you think that you are. You don't look as good as you think you do.
The fundamental flaw with chemistry is most people are going to be attracted to who will wound them the most. So the excitement energy is typically repeated pattern of what is familiar to you, that you need to transform. Actually, I just had a friend, this is more actually half friends, half clients. She's like, yeah, I'm not really, this and that. I'm not really into this. 2 of them actually, I don't know. And I'm like, hey, just wait it out. He seems good. He seems this. He's like, there's good qualities there. Just wait it out. See what happens. And because the chemistry wasn't there, they were going to bolt in both cases. In both cases, they stayed. The guy turned out to be great, surprised them on multiple levels, and they're kind and they're considerate and they're stable and they're all of these qualities that were not happening with the other guys they were dating. So the chemistry is suspect.
This is for the guys out there. So if you're not a guy, you can keep scrolling. Men, why do you pursue a woman and she tells you that she cannot be hurt again? Like her heart, her soul can't take it again. And you promise that you're not like that. And then you proceed to do exactly what you promised her you wouldn't do. I just want to know.
I always said that I would never fight over a man, okay? But the husband that I got now, Babe, I would throw a car at you. Yeah.
One thing I will never understand is why girls have to do not girl chores. I know somebody's going to come at me and say, oh, there's not gender, like, restrictions on chores, blah, blah, blah. No, taking out the trash is not a girl chore. It's a guy chore. I just got trash juice dripped all down my leg trying to take the trash out. That's not for a girl. That's for a guy, and I stand on that.
I am a two-piece set warrior, okay? But the thing that bothers me about them is because Body is so T and Hess is just so fat, it just causes a scene no matter where I'm at. And I'm just really not comfortable with that. And it's just like, okay, like I said, Body is T, but it's girls out here with like, you know, the BBL girlies and it's the naturally thick, super, super thick girls. You know, I'm thick, but I'm not super, super thick. So super thick girls, like when y'all are walking around in these sets, like I know it be causing a scene as well. Like if I'm causing a scene, I know y'all are causing a scene. And I just can't get with it. The other day I was walking and some man, and mind you, I was gardening. So I was like not really like aware of what he was saying to me. So I'm in his face like, and he talking about I'm the thickest, skinniest girl he's ever seen in his life, and he wants to describe to me how he's gonna take my clothes off my body. That was the last time I wore a two-piece set. And it's just like, I love a set for running errands. I love a set for maintenance days, but it's just like, damn, I can't even get my eyebrows done because I'm gonna have to walk down Georgia Ave and like, Ruby Rose was just so right when she said that having a big butt is embarrassing. And like, again, I used to be real thick, skinny, and I'm not anymore. So it's just like seeing the difference is crazy. It's disorienting, and I want men to close their eyes forever.
I haven't done much dating in Atlanta, but I think there is a disconnect between the different types of daters that exist here. Like, I think there are the average people who are looking for marriage and kids and settle down and have a family. And then you have the outliers, or people who are like making money, want to ball out, want somebody to trick on them, men who just want to spend money, want to be ballers and trick on women. And then you have people who are just like lost. They don't know which group they want to be in. And so I think it creates a lot of frustration with dating, because I think that people, in my opinion, should just be more honest with themselves about like, well, which group do you want to be in? And if you're a man, and you know you only make $80K, you know you make an honest living, and you want a woman who's going to love you for who you are, you got to stop going after the women who is looking for a baller and a shot caller. You just have to. And if you're a woman who, ma'am, you're just working a regular 9 to 5, you're not trying to be Ari. You can't really be thinking that you're going to get out here getting tricked on if you're not doing trick on me type of behavior.
So I'm scrolling through Threads, Metland, and I see this. 100 Black fathers graduate from a program aimed at making them better dads. Now, this is a 10-week program that was created by a Black man at Morehouse with other Black men who have created what they're calling a brotherhood to support all of these Black men in becoming better fathers. They help them in learning parenting skills, learning how to get jobs, learning how to navigate child support. Everything you would learn from a daddy, or uncle, or granddaddy, they created a brotherhood at Morehouse. Beautiful, right? Until you get in the comment section. That's until you start reading the comment section, and it is full of comments from both men and women. This is embarrassing. We shouldn't have to take a class in order to learn how to be a father. If you don't know how to be a father, you shouldn't be making babies. You don't see any other culture having to create a class. It's crazy to me that people don't understand that if the father is absentee and then the child grows up without a daddy, they have no example of how to be a father. If you don't see your daddy being a daddy, how are you supposed to know what to do as a father? And we already know not having a daddy ain't gonna stop you from having sex, right? So the kids are gonna come. But when somebody comes up with a solution, or at least one solution to the problem of the issues that plague the Black community, y'all still complain. This is a beautiful thing. I'm so proud to see these young Black men, because most of them are very young, take 10 weeks out of their life to make sure that they're doing right by their kids. It was even people in the comment section talking about, and they want a cookie for being a daddy. The only reason why they went was to get some kind of appreciation or to get some kind of hand clap. You should be doing it anyway. It's sad that even when black men are doing what is right and what is best for their kids, they still cannot get any kind of congratulatory hand clap, support, or nothing. Now, if they continue to be deadbeats, y'all want to talk. If they go and get help, y'all want to talk. What do y'all want? And if we're honest, a lot of the problems that are happening in our community is because of absentee fathers or fathers that don't know what to do. They were never shown. And so now you have a program at Morehouse helping, and y'all still got something to say.
I broke up with my boyfriend yesterday for no reason. Listen, sometimes things just don't feel right. You know, it's like 1 week you're meeting the parents and you're posting them on your grid and you're going on vacation together, and the next week you're just not feeling it anymore. And that's fine. I feel like a lot of people are embarrassed or they feel like they're in too deep, so they just have to keep going for some reason. But if you're not all in on something, get out of there. Breakups are weird and they feel, it's staying somewhere that you know you don't belong. Wasting your time and someone else's time. If you're feeling stuck right now, just do it. You will feel so much better. Okay, maybe you won't feel so much better at first, but you will feel a little bit relieved and then you'll feel better. I promise, okay? Love you.
And unfortunately for us, her promises aren't really worth a lot. And this advice is on about the same playing field. It's not really worth a lot. These modern women get on here and they say all types of stuff. They think they sound smart, and they think because they're loud, it makes a lot of sense. It doesn't. It still sounds about as silly and uneducated as you can get. And they be telling us that they educated, gotten degrees and all that stuff. For some of these women, I can't tell.
Do y'all remember Kevin Samuels? My opinion on him was that he actually wasn't that bad. I know as a black woman, I know a lot of black women didn't like him because he was clocking everybody, but he was clocking the males too. When I first seen him, he was clocking the men. Then he was clocking the women too. Only problem I kind of had with him was, I didn't really have a problem because I was younger too. I think I was when he died in 2022, I was 16. I was either, when I first met him, but when I first seen him, I was either 14, 15, or 16. Can't remember, but I've always been just like him. So I didn't really see a problem with what he was doing because I have to tell you how it is. I have to tell you straight up how it is. I can't hide anything. I can't lie. So, I never really seen a problem with what he was doing. Like I said, I'm trying to remember because I know, but the way he died, the way he went out was kind of okay, Kevin, you was talking all this. But I never had a problem with it.
Y'all, correct me if I'm wrong, but there's something going on out here. And I don't know if it's my algorithm per se or what, but it's a lot of studs that's going back to men. I'm seeing a lot of content about women telling their stories about how they going back to men because women are just too wicked out here. These women aren't just, they're not over their gay phases and they're just okay, fun's over. Nah, I really do like women. I want to take a woman serious, but you know what? These women are so wicked out here, bro. If I'm going to be with a being, I might as well just pick the lesser out of two evils. And they going back to men. You know what I'm saying? I'm seeing enough content that's pertaining to that. And it's just ladies, this ain't a wake-up call to y'all to get y'all stuff together. This ain't a wake-up call to tighten up and maybe heal and be better people. Guys is saying the same thing about y'all. Studs is saying the same thing about y'all. And studs are women too, just in case y'all forgot. Other women with sense and other men are saying the same thing about y'all. Y'all don't want to get y'all stuff together? Because I know me being done wrong by women, I know that incentivized me to be a better woman. Because I don't want to cause nobody, man or woman, hurt that a woman did me, because that pain is a pain. Women be ruthless with they joint. A man can hurt you, but a woman will hurt you even more, dog. It's just y'all are savages. I ain't gonna hold you. And y'all do it with such no remorse. Like, y'all just shrug y'all shoulders about it, like, all right, whatever. Like no remorse, nothing. It's just like, man, woo. I can't even put it in words. I gotta make a sound effect to describe some of y'all's wickedness, dog. Like, man, like, y'all know how bad of a person you gotta be, how bad of a relationship partner you gotta be to make somebody consider doing a whole 180 in their sexuality? Man, ladies, y'all tighten up as a whole. You need to tighten up, because y'all gonna look up and ain't nobody gonna want to mess with y'all other just what's in between your legs. And I know y'all don't want that. I know y'all don't want that. You look around and don't nobody want to take you serious. And if they are trying to mess with you, it's really just to get their rocks off and then go on about their business. Is that really what you want to be used for? Y'all don't want to be loved, right? Y'all don't want to be loved. Y'all don't want to be treated right. Y'all don't want none of that. Y'all just want to be reckless, do whatever y'all want, and then y'all expect for other people to just take it, tolerate it. And then if they leave you alone, you flip it on them like they did something wrong. I done heard so many women be like, only the strong can survive with me. Why somebody gotta be strong to deal with you? Why can't you just be strong enough to control yourself? Like, y'all don't be hearing y'allself when y'all be talking, man. But yeah, that's really a thing, ladies. Tighten up. Cause these tomboys, these studs, and men is really getting tired of y'all. Y'all need to tighten up. Because honestly, quite frankly, if women as a whole tighten up, not only will the relationship and the dating pools will get better, society will get better too. But, you know, we gonna all keep being in hell. Just as long as women keep being in hell, society gonna be in hell. Everything gonna be in hell. So, yeah.
If your man tells you to be a stay-at-home mom, don't do it unless he's like a millionaire. Straight up. Because I used to work. Now I don't work. But then I get yelled at because I'm spending money. Yeah. It's not working out for me. I don't like when a man tells me how and when to spend my money. Now, here's the argument that we're having. Okay? He's saying that I worked. But at the end of the year, I don't have a lot of money saved up. He's right. He is right. Because I spent money. But baby, I paid for the birthday parties. I helped out with the rent. Not a lot, but a little bit. Okay? I bought our daughter clothes. I paid for Disneyland twice. I bought shoes, shirts, clothes, toys, eating out, coffee runs. Because I'm just an independent woman. When I was working, like, I never was like, hey, I went to Target and I spent $100 on our daughter. Give me money. Never. Now that I'm not working, I'm stubborn. I still spend my own money. He gave me his credit card. And I do swipe it here and there, you know, for gas. Yes, baby. But I guess because I'm a Latina, I don't know. I still use my money and he gets mad. I gotta go back to work because I just can't. I cannot do this. Like, literally, we just got in a big argument about spending money. And I said, do you know that Middle Eastern men, pay for everything? He got so mad he walked out the house. Like, I really hurt him. And I feel bad. I shouldn't have said that. But if your man is not a millionaire, don't be a stay-at-home mom. You guys are gonna fight about money. I swear. Unless he's not that type and he don't care. But mine obviously does. We're trying to save up for a house. I get it. But it's like, my 1-year-old, her birthday's next week. I want to have a party for her. My 5-year-old, her birthday is in May. And she wants to have a party and invite her kindergarten friends. What are we going to say? I told him, I was like, let's just not have parties then. Let's just not have parties. Girl, we went to Walmart yesterday. Her birthday theme is Bluey. Yes. And I wanted like a birthday banner that said happy birthday with Bluey decor on it. It was $5. And he's like, no, we don't need that. Granted, he's right. But I'm like, it's so cute. He's like, we don't need that. He let me buy the Bluey plates. He's like, what do we need that for? I was like, what do you mean for the cake? He's like, you already bought plates and stuff. I'm like, yeah, but these are Bluey plates. I just can't. Someone yell at me. Someone yell at me in the comments. Just, I'm stressing.
So before I comment, it looks like she's got an update to this, so let's watch that first.
A little life update, okay, from my last video. I got so many comments. So I don't know if all you women prayed for me or something, but I've been swiping his credit card. He's been very generous. I don't know what happened. I don't know if it's the video. I don't know if he made a fake TikTok account and went and read all the comments. Okay, because you guys were dragging him. Thank you. But he has changed. It's only been like a month. He has changed. Me too, though. Me too. Because, you know, the goal is to buy a house, right? So I'm not spending money like crazy. And also, I'm not like a shopaholic or anything. Like, I have everything I need. But if I want to buy Bluey plates for a Bluey party, like, I'm going to pay for it. I'm going to buy it. And then I'm going to regret it later. Because, yeah, you throw away the plates. But anyways, he's paid for gas. Obviously, it's our car. Easy. And it's like, hey, I'm at Target. I'm buying this. Swipe his card. He's okay with it. The only thing is, like, we don't really go out to eat. Like, we cook food at home because we just love to cook, right? So, but I buy groceries and I buy a lot of good food and he doesn't care. He's like, here's my card. Now, when we go place, like, if I'm like, hey, I'm going to go to Target because our daughter needs ballet shoes or whatever. He's like, okay, here's my card. Use my card. I don't know. I'm just so happy. He is a very generous man. I do love him. I'm not leaving him. He's generous. I do think that we do have to be submissive in some way and just let that feminist power come out and, like, you know, let him take care of it. He's the provider. Let him feel like a man, and it works out and it's okay. And we're happy. And I'm happy being a stay-at-home mom. I mean, I get stressed because, you know, I'm always cleaning and stuff. But I do miss work sometimes. I guess maybe to just talk to people, you know, just to be like, hey, how's it going? You know, I do miss that because most of the time I'm at home. But he's very...
I guess what I would say is, first of all, stop putting your business on TikTok, to be honest with you. The good thing about this situation is that you seem to be pretty self-aware of the things that you're doing. You complaining on TikTok got him attacked. And if you're wanting your man to protect you, then you got to protect your man, right? This, for me, this is immature. The word that keeps coming to mind, even though I'm probably going to use it in the wrong sense, is Bush League. It's just something that's really beneath what you should be doing in a relationship. They always, or at least from the people that I've been around, tell you to fight fair in a relationship. Don't go for any low blows. And this is a low blow. Telling your business online and then people attacking him and then him coming back. Now, I do understand that he was overdoing it in some areas, right? Sometimes, you know, even though you don't need something, it's just nice to have it. So I get it from that perspective, right? And I think a lot of men try to accommodate, good men, especially like the one that you have, they try to accommodate. But you have to understand he's trying to work, make your life easier, and you're putting more pressure on him. Well, I was already doing this and this. That's the wrong attitude to have, right? Now, if he was just like dead broke, hey, I know what you're trying to do, and I think that's really sweet, but we have to have two incomes. We got to have it, right? But it seems like he's making enough in order for you to be able to do that. You just need some lifestyle changes. What you're trying to do is continue to be out of control, is what it was. But to give you the benefit of the doubt, you said that you were trying to make some adjustments and you not go crazy. Well, I get it. But once again, like I said, you probably need to protect your relationship a little bit more. If you want to go, I don't know, talk to a therapist about it, or one of your close friends that you know, they'll give you a balanced perspective on. That's probably what you need to do. But modern women nowadays have gotten so irresponsible with their words. They've gotten so loose with their words. And I guess nowadays I'm saying this is what they've been doing for a long time, right? So some people would say that. But yeah, just really irresponsible. You need to protect your man like you expect him to protect you.
Okay, she said, dating in 2024. Oh my gosh, okay, I'm so excited. And he said, hey, I'm sorry, I didn't understand that you meant fans when you said that you did social media for work. I'm going to have to bail on Saturday. She said, wait, what? Haha, are you being serious? And then he goes, yeah, I already saw everything on your Twitter. Also, you work with other people, KK. And then this is the girl at the bottom of the screen, and she's going like, what? Can't believe this happened. No, obviously this happened. You told the guy that you did social media. You should be a little more clear that you're doing work, not just posting clothing hauls. Somebody said, I mean, he's completely right. Why would he spend $100 or more to go on a date with you if he could just see you naked for $11? Harsh truth. Somebody else said, dub for the man. Yeah, he's not wrong. Like, that is a guy with self-respect. I'm sorry that happened to you, but it's your bed. Maybe you should lie in it.
I wonder what some of these modern women are saying to this when they're getting on men about, oh man, he just wanted something casual and, you know, he wasn't upfront and honest. I would respect you if you were upfront and honest about it. Only men do this. It's interesting. Seemed like we found at least one, and we know that there are dozens more. I'm remembering a woman, or I should say hundreds, thousands more that do that. I'm remembering a woman that said, well, you know, I'm 36. I'm 36, but, you know, I say that I'm 32. And then it's not a big deal because when I get on the date with them, then I tell them, hey, I'm 36. I just wanted to access a certain portion of the dating app. You're okay with that, right? No, you lied. You lied about your age. I now know that you're 4 years. You're 4 years past what you told me. And if you're going to continue to do that, you're like, oh, well, I was just... Another woman said, oh, I was just 6 minutes late. And then when you actually calculated it up, she was closer to 20, 25 minutes late.